We have a big deal here in the studio for you. Big stands for before it's gone. This is an encore presentation of our big deal from Audien. This is the Ion Pro behind the ear, or BTE, hearing aids that have a protection plan that's coming included with it. It is already customer top rated, and this was also created by customer demand. These hearing aids really are a game changer. In fact, the whole brand Audien is. They launched here at QVC less than a year ago. And in that time, tens of thousands of customers have picked up on their hearing aids. And what did you ask for? You asked for more. You wanted the ability to be able to bring home a pair of hearing aids that allowed for you to be able to use an app to give you customization. Well, Ishan Patel and his team at Audien went back to the drawing board and created exactly that for you. These are the Ion Pros. These are the step up than maybe the other Audien hearing aids that you've seen here before at QVC. What we're giving to you today are two of those Ion Pro hearing aids. You're getting the portable charging case, the USB-C charger, as well as the charging brick to go along with it, which is a nice addition because a lot of electronics companies don't give you the brick anymore. We do here. You're going to get 6 different pairs of earbuds that come in 2 different shapes, so truly the best size and the best shape for you. You get the cleaning brush with this, the wax guard kit, a year protection plan, and you even get a hearing specialist appointment that's going to be done via a video call. Line number is E328116. Customer top rated. This should be $689 here at QVC. In fact, if you were to actually go shop elsewhere, you're going to find it closer to $837 than you are at our price of everyday price of $689. The good news is, at a big deal, we have it for you for $539.98 and an easy pay of $108. Now, I know that maybe you weren't planning on spending $500 and change today. However, if you are somebody who has been considering hearing aids and you thought you had to go to the audiologist to get that done and you were budgeting for thousands of dollars, this is a fraction of what it would cost to go make that appointment and purchase hearing aids from that audiologist. If you suffer from mild to moderate hearing loss, this is absolutely the presentation that you need to pay attention to. I want to bring in the inventor and creator, co-founder of Audien. Ishan Patel is joining us via Skype. Ishan, so nice to see you.
Hey, it's so great to see you today.
Let's start off with behind the ear, how that it makes a little bit of a difference for people. And let's also talk about over the counter too while we're at it, because for anybody that's tuning in and saying, hey, hang on a second, I can get hearing aids on QVC, that might be a new concept for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So, for me, I really first learned about hearing loss with my grandfather when I was young, and he went through what I'm sure so many of viewers and so many people's family members went through, which is like a terrible fitting process, multi-week, prescription required, and then a $6,000 price tag for a hearing aid he couldn't afford to be able to get one of his 5 senses back, critical to his quality of life. So the FDA knew this had to change because so many millions of families, tens of millions of families in America suffer from hearing loss, and they don't get a hearing aid because they're unaffordable and inaccessible. So that's why over-the-counter hearing aids were created, and those make hearing aids affordable, meaning you can get a product that has the same or similar functionality to a multi-$1,000 hearing aid for actually a realistic price point, and accessible. No prescription, no doctor's visit required. Right? So you can actually get these straight to your home. You can give them to a loved one. We have so many people gifting, even at QVC, gifting to loved ones that maybe wouldn't take that step for themselves. So when we talk about the behind the ear model, because some of you may have seen, Audien here before, we are the best-selling hearing aid company with QVC, and we've helped, I think last time I checked, it was almost 75,000 people from QVC alone. But when you talk about behind the ear, you actually get a lot of really big benefits from this, which is 1, more technology, more powerful, right? 2, for some people, you can't actually fit the in-the-ear models in your ear canal, whereas with the behind the ear, only that little receiver goes in your ear, and you can actually get it in even a smaller sized ear. And a lot of people don't realize when you look at it, so like I can put one on right here, is these devices, I've got some really popular headphones in my ear, right?
Right.
These devices are actually more invisible than the ones that sometimes even go in the ear depending on your ear size. So look, right now, I'm wearing a hearing aid and I'm wearing a pair of headphones, right? And you look at it, like you can't even see it at all, right? Look, I'll turn my head completely sideways. Still, can you see it? Can you see it?
Gone.
No, you'd have to be staring at the back of my head. So for a lot of people, it actually solves for two things in one go. And now here, I've got a pair of glasses for you just to show you. These are designed to go with, glasses, everyday use. And we wanted to make the most powerful, most affordable device that now brings you Bluetooth, the easiest app control. Because let's be real, when we talked to our customer base, they said, look, we want something more powerful, more prescription level, with prescription level functionality, but none of the complicated technology or the price tag that comes with it. So with the Ion Pro, we have this beautiful app. This is literally it. You connect in 2 clicks. You want to adjust the volume, you click the plus and the minus button for the left and right side. You want to adjust the hearing environmental mode, you can switch between crowd, conversation, and TV. You can toggle background noise reduction on and off. You can even play around with Bluetooth streaming and other different features, but again, it's not necessary if you don't want to. The important part here is giving you full control over your device with the tip of your finger, and nothing too complicated that you have to really deal with. Because otherwise, let's be honest, it's not going to work for people. So that's what we really set out to do. And look, you may not even remember. Look at this. I'm wearing it. That's the hearing aid.
You couldn't
even tell it was there.
That's the great thing about this. And you know what? Ishan brings up a really good point. If you want to get involved with the app and you want to customize it, you can. But what I also appreciate too is if you want to adjust the volume by pushing a button on the back, you could do that too. You're kind of getting the best of both worlds. But what you're really bringing it home is a hearing aid that becomes invisible when you wear it. Let me show you how I put this in, and then I want to play a little simulation video here for you because this is so easy. You're going to notice it almost just gets lost. This is going to rest right behind my ear, super comfortably, and then this side is just going to go right into my ear canal, and you just put it in kind of like you would a headphone, and that's it. I'm ready to go all day long here. I can adjust it a little bit if I want to. So if I want to bring that wire around a little bit more, I could do that. I have very, very tiny ears. I have had that my entire life. My brothers have constantly reminded me of how small my ears are. Well, guess what? Works totally fine. It fits in comfortably. You forget that it's even there, and you get to hear your surroundings a little bit better. You get to be a part of the conversation. In fact, I want to play this video for you. And as you watch it, I want you to start thinking to yourself, wait, is this me or is it somebody that you love? Because if it is, and you're nodding your head yes, I've experienced this before, yes, I'm used to this type of conversation where I can't hear things, it's a little more muted, then today is the day to place your order. Let's take a look at this video.
Hi there, and welcome to the bistro. My name is Sarah, and I'll be taking care of you today. Can I start you off with something to drink? Maybe some water.
Or a fresh iced tea. Our specials today are the classic cheeseburger and the crispy chicken salad, both really popular.
Hey, did you go to the feed store the other day?
Yeah, I did. I went and picked up a bunch of grain and hay, and I got food for the chickens, too.
And are we on track with the square bales that we have now? Is it going to last long enough?
We will need, in 2 weeks, we'll need to go and get more hay.
Okay.
Good evening. I'm Chris Davis, and this is your local news update. Our top story tonight, a local sports team has won a championship, bringing home the trophy for a thrilling final game. Fans are celebrating all over the city. We'll have more on this exciting victory.
That difference that you see there really is quite immense. And I know, Ishan, I'd love to talk about your personal story here with your grandfather, because there was a point in your life where you were talking with your grandfather and you kind of felt like he wasn't listening or ignoring you, right? And that wasn't the case.
Yeah, so when I was young, I mean, my grandfather has pretty significant hearing loss. And from a young age, I started to think, does grandpa not like me? Why does it feel always challenging or aggravating? But the reality is he was just suffering from hearing loss, and he is always the life of the party. He actually is just turned 85 and is just so lively. But at that time, for almost a decade, it was like we lost him. He was just sitting there, recluse, out of the conversation, getting depressed, really, and not even wanting to engage with anyone or go anywhere. And let's break down kind of a barrier people don't want to talk about, which is hearing loss affects so much more than the person suffering from it. It affects everyone in your family, everyone you love, and every interaction you have. So not only did it take away his ability to live his life happily, but it actually took away all of our abilities, mine, my mom, my dad, brother, sister, and grandma, to even have a relationship with him. So I know that there are so many people at home suffering from that, thinking, look, I need something that's rechargeable, that lasts all day, that has additional battery life. I need something that's frankly more customizable than maybe the base level Audien product that people know and love. You know, something that can allow me to choose between options that work for me, but without making it complicated. And that's what we really did here. One thing I really want to highlight is if you look at this and you simply click on the, I'm going to try to do this backwards, the devices tab here, you can actually rotate between hearing profiles. So I'll click update there. And basically, rather than a complicated hearing test that nobody wants to go through and understand, Audien reinvented the hearing profile. We worked with a 6-time Grammy-winning audio engineer to create different sound bites. So you see that play button there. You can literally click a button, listen to a sound clip that plays all the different frequencies you need to listen to, and all you do is select what sounds the best to you. That is it. So literally 2 clicks, you select your sound profile, right? It updates it for you, and then all you have to do is you're good to go. Boom, ready to go. And then you want to change any settings, you can just click here. It'll save all your settings for you. So many people set it and sort of forget it. So other people like to customize it. And like you showed earlier, you can do this from just a button on the hearing aid if you want to just reach behind your ear and click a button. Now, this next thing I really want to mention, and then I want to show a testimonial video that's going to be real customers speaking about their experience with Audien, is the hearing specialist appointment. Okay, this is something that we created because of the feedback of our over 1 million customers nationwide. Audien is the highest volume selling over-the-counter hearing aid company in the world, and we have over 1.2 million customers and counting that we service. And we created a hearing specialist appointment that allows you to get on a one-on-one video call, redeemable at any time. Normally, you know, it has a charge associated with it, which you were sharing earlier. For this big deal for QVC specially and only, we've put together a completely free hearing specialist appointment. Now, this means that anything you need, you can actually get on a call, a video conference with one of our specialized team members. They can show you how to select the right ear dome. They can help you how to change your settings. If you need any help with the app, we can help you. If you don't even want to utilize the app and you want to just use the hearing aid on its own, we can show you how to do that too, right? At the end of the day, it is a white glove concierge level experience that just going into a doctor's office, the average copay for these types of appointments can go for upwards of $200, you know, just to get an appointment, let alone to get all the help you need. So we wanted to make sure that you had everything that you get in the $5, $6, you know, $10,000 price points you're getting in the market, but for the Audien value, you know, with the functionality that people actually ask for.
It's
to make
truly
it easy,
at a fraction of the price. Truly. I mean, when you take a look at this, I know that today maybe you weren't planning on spending $500. However, if you were planning and maybe you were saving to go up to that thousands of dollars that you would pay if you were to go to an audiologist, this is where I want you to start. I want you to take advantage of our 5 easy payments that we have here, where for $108 a month, that's all it will take to be able to bring this at home, to take advantage of our return policy here, where if you don't love it, you have the ability to go ahead and return it. It's E328116. Audien has, I mean, when I say taken over here, I mean completely taken over. They're literally the best-selling hearing aid brand on QVC. That's a pretty big title to be able to earn. And you have loved this. It has its customer top rating with over 500 5-star reviews already. This bundle that we give you here today has everything that you need. We give you not just the hearing aids that come in the charging case. And by the way, the hearing aids have a 16-hour battery life, 2 additional days of battery inside of the case itself. You're getting the USB-C cable and the charging brick. You're going to also be bringing it home 6 different pairs of earbuds. They come in 2 different shapes and a few sizes, so that this is a customizable experience, not just from the technology and the software side of things, but also from the fit and the way that you wear it. You're going to be able to stream your phone calls with this. You're going to be able to stream music with this. You're going to be able to stream video audio with this as well, because these hearing aids, Ishan, they kind of double almost like headphones to that degree if you're streaming some of that content. But I don't want you just to take my word for it or Ishan's word for it. We have customers that have made videos for us via with a testimonial video that we're going to play for you to take a look and see what people are saying about these Ion Pros. Let's take a look.
Well, I'm very happy with the Ion Pro.
I'm wearing them now, and they're hardly visible.
I'm really satisfied with them.
Sound and comfort are wonderful. Rechargeable rather than having to buy new batteries all the time, and Bluetooth enabled for control of the features.
And they're very comfortable. That's another thing that I like about Ion Pro.
I finally have hearing aids that really work.
I also like the background noise reduction feature, which allows me to